Hello, everyone, and welcome to my talk show, Money Talk. I am your host, Yetunde. Now, this is a podcast for people who work, you earn income, you have debt, you have a home based business, but you still struggle with personal finance and budgeting. Now, this is the podcast for you. Just park it right here. That's right. Don't go nowhere. Okay? Look, guys, I make it simple and I throw away the financial jargons because who needs them? Not us. All right. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my show, well, where have you been? I'm just joking. No, I'm not. So, hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel, Money Talk. I'm your host, Yetunde, and today I have the pleasure, of introducing you to you, my son, Daniel. Daniel. Now, Daniel is away for college, and I was just like, what better way to open up the year with my son, Daniel? So, first and foremost, Daniel, how is it? How is college life, I guess I should say.
It's pretty nice. Um, got classes is obviously different from high school.
Hmm.
Spread out throughout the week.
Yeah.
Um, and it's like a couple of hours of like four classes in total right now.
Okay.
So some classes or the classes that are 7 weeks are like
Yeah.
2 hours, and the classes that are 15 weeks are about an hour. Although I
Wow.
have I have one class on Fridays that takes up uh it's like from like 10:30 to 4 or 5, and then
Hmm.
it's also on Monday for about 50 minutes.
Got it.
um well,
Yeah.
and they have like the cafeteria, breakfast, lunch and
Hmm.
dinner.
Okay.
mm, I got a job at H&M at the mall, so, and I work there part-time as well. So that's
Great.
a way to earn money. And then I'm also
Yeah.
trying to do some DoorDash. Called them earlier today to help them because I was having some issues with it.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. Cool. So you mentioned cafeteria. I know that when you were um, on your way transitioning to college, um, you had mentioned, well, when we were in discussion about your meal plan, and then you took the lowest of the low, and I was like, dude, will that be enough? And then you said, Mom, I'm going to be cooking. How has that pan out? How is that?
Well, I thought I was gonna be cooking only because I thought
Mhm.
that you didn't have to take the meal plan,
Yeah.
but you did have to take the meal plan. So I was
Okay.
just like, so I definitely did not, I definitely am not cooking as much.
As much. Okay. That's good. That's good. I just wanted to ask about that, how that was going. So I'm glad that you mentioned, um, your school schedule so that people out there, young people like yourself, my son is a freshman, by the way, so that they know that this is possible, that you can work and also go to school, university, full time. Okay. It won't kill you, people. It won't. Right?
No, not at all. Yeah, you got so much free time if you are not working or doing
Mhm,
something at least.
mhm. Good, good. So how do you balance work and school? How is that?
Mm, well, previously when I was working more hours, it was definitely a little harder.
Okay.
Uh, I feel like if you're someone if you're someone who doesn't procrastinate, then you'll be fine.
Hmm.
but if you are someone who procrastinates, then it's definitely harder.
Okay.
Um, but it helps if you are doing something you like if it's a major that you like,
Yeah.
then it's pretty easy to do the work
Yeah.
because obviously you'll like or you'll just like you won't hate it basically.
Hmm.
Obviously, you do have those general studies classes like English and math and science.
Yeah.
So, and those classes will feel like high school again.
Hmm.
But yeah, so those ones will be hard,
Yeah.
or more challenging. But you just have to like
Hmm.
have to push through it. Find the time. I actually schedule out your time so that you can see what free time you have, what time you have to do, what time you can do your work, the time you have to go to a job if you have it.
Hmm.
So I say, and that's what our teacher told us in the beginning of the first semester. He told us to make a schedule, uh, plan out your day,
Hmm.
and it'll help you organize your time better.
Oh, wow. I love that professor. What class did he teach?
He taught game development
Game.
101.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I love him.
he's
Will you be
actually
taking? Oh,
well,
it's a she?
no, he. I say he.
He. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's actually helping um with the class that I'm taking right now, production
Okay.
studios.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. And guys, if you already guessed, the SE is in the computer field. So,
yeah. My major is game programming.
okay, great, great. Now, on to your job. And I know you talked about, when you had to work more hours and then also go to school. Um, Now, are you saving by any chance?
Yeah, it was definitely harder, more challenging to
Mhm,
save
mhm.
now because I
Okay,
got more responsibilities
okay.
than when I was working in high school, obviously, because I didn't have any bills to pay or anything like that.
Mhm,
Um, so in high school, I was saving, let me do the math real quick. Um,
mhm. As you can tell,
I,
analytical like me.
yeah, I was saving about 2/3 of my paycheck,
Okay.
uh, because I had a goal in mind. I wanted to save for a car, so I was
Yeah.
saving like $500 a paycheck.
Mhm.
Um, but now,
Yeah.
um, I have uh, more things to pay for.
Yeah.
Um,
That's good.
so I'm a saving like like yeah, I'm saving like maybe like 1/6 of my paycheck now.
1/6. Okay. Yeah. From 2/3 to 1/6. That is the difference. But as long as you're saving, right? That's the
Yeah,
that's the beauty of it. That's
yeah,
the beauty of it.
yeah.
Now, you say you're saving, so can I assume that you're on a budget?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about that.
Um,
Being on a budget.
well, it's being on a budget, it's like when I first got here, like I wasn't really on a budget. I was kind of like loosely doing it,
Mhm.
but as I like try to because I wanted to really like get my money up and like start saving. So and then also we had this little seminar or little event thing in the in the main area of the housing department that we're
Okay.
in, the dorms.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
this lady had said it takes about 3 months for a budget to work for you, which I'm assuming is basically like you don't really have to worry very much about going paycheck to paycheck in my mind. That's my mind though.
Mhm.
That's in
Mhm.
my mind. It's like living paycheck to paycheck would be like after once you get your paycheck, after everything is done,
Mhm.
you basically have nothing left
Mhm.
for any how would I put it? It's expendable income. Like you basically
Okay.
have nothing left to spend until that
Nothing.
next paycheck.
Mhm.
So but for my budget, it's like uh gas. Gas is one. I
Mhm.
have like some subscriptions, like I have an Apple subscription, Spotify subscription.
Okay.
I I'm learning. I try to learn languages, so I have a subscription for that.
Okay.
Um, and then
And
I
then let people know what language you're trying to learn.
I'm trying to learn Spanish and Japanese.
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead,
Yeah,
continue.
and then I have a budget for stocks, um, for tithing for church, um, for what's it called? For emergency savings,
Okay.
and then just for like overall sa overall savings. So I
Saving.
yeah, so I'd
Mhm.
encompass that into like maybe college, uh college savings. I went to get a new PC as well, or some new PC parts, so that goes into it too. Uh, and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So
All right. That's good. That's good. So budgeting, would you say it works? And would you just say budgeting works?
yeah, it definitely works. It's definitely important to start very early. Because like I
Mhm.
said, if you start budgeting way later in your life, uh, you probably won't have the income that you would have had if you started budgeting early in your life. So it'll be much harder to save when you have everything to worry about. You have the water bill, the electric bill, the like all the utilities basically.
Yeah.
Uh, you have to worry about the rent, the car insurance, health insurance, all of that. So and those things they're pretty expensive. So
All right. Now, when you started budgeting, because I know I mean, right from high school, like you said, you had been saving while you were still at home with me.
yeah,
Um, so comparing that and now, um, how do you feel about budgeting in general?
uh, I feel
I
like
mean, and it might be the same. You probably answered it already, but yeah.
I feel like it's uh good. It could feel restrictive at times,
Mhm.
obviously,
Yeah.
because it's like you want to do whatever you want with your money, but
Yeah.
if you think about it, you really can't. Because if you have this limited amount of income and you're trying to stretch it over for 2 weeks until the NAP or whenever the next paycheck comes for you, and
Hmm.
you're trying to stretch it out, you'll see that you really can't. If it's just up to you,
Hmm.
and you're just loosely, oh, let me buy this, oh, let me go out right here, let me go get some food.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, let me help you out real quick. Yeah, you need some 20? Yeah, here we go. Trying to help people out, trying to hang out with your friends.
Hmm.
That $300 will very quickly turn into $50, and then you'll be like, oh, shoot, I get paid in a week or something like
Yeah.
that. So yeah,
Yeah.
so but if you stick to the budget, then
Hmm.
it's very easy to have um 200, $300 left over by the time your
Hmm.
next paycheck comes in. And that's how you start stacking your money.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Well, man, guys, we could talk forever, but I'm gonna keep it short, because my son is in school and I know he has a couple of assignments. But we'll continue. I will bring him back, but I'm just gonna ask him one last question. So, what advice would you give? Let's say your peer, say your roommate next to you. What advice would you give him in regards to budgeting?
Mm, I would say try to put a goal in mind. I feel like that's very important.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a goal as to what you want to save for,
Mm-hmm.
um, that'll help you save a large amount of money
Mm-hmm.
in no time. That's how I saved for a car because I had a
Yeah.
large goal in mind, and I
Mhm.
was like, okay, I need to save as much as I can.
Yeah.
And then also put in some research in terms of stocks instead of the Roth IRA.
Mhm.
If your job has a 401k plan for you, um, if yeah, things any way that you can save, you
Mhm.
should,
Yeah.
especially the long term bonds,
Yeah.
mutual funds, sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah, anything like that.
Mhm.
Um, have an emergency savings. Like I know they say for high schoolers it should be like around 500, and then
Mhm.
once you're in college or when you have a job, it should be 1,000.
Mhm.
So that could be your first thing to start save, or that should be your first thing to save for the emergency.
Yeah.
Because in high school I had a lot of emergencies, but since I had that emergency fund, I was able to not feel worried because I already had the money saved up. I
That's right.
Yeah, I got my car towed like 3 times senior year. So, and that was like 150 per,
Oh.
but I had the 500, so
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
was able to spend it without any worries in mind because I had the money
Mhm.
there. And then
Yeah.
once you that emergency is gone, you go
Yeah.
back to save for the 500 so that for next time you're good.
Exactly.
hmm So yeah,
Oh.
that's a
Mhm.
th that's a, oh well sorry that's the three
No, no, no. Go
things.
ahead.
Yeah, I'll say research about stocks, Roth IRAs, 401k plans, um, have a goal in mind, and or I guess that's two things. Yeah, have a goal in mind and do your research. You froze.
Okay. Well, hello everyone. Again, I don't know what happened, but in the middle of our conversation, we just got disconnected. So I'm just gonna tell my son just to repeat the three things that you were talking about before we were about to.
I'm pretty sure they got it.
Okay. So what were the three things again? Oh,
Oh,
you got everything?
it was two. Well, yeah,
Oh,
it
okay.
was. I mean, I said it, and then
Uh-huh.
I think that's when you froze.
That's
I
when
think
it froze.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, guys, like I said, we could stay here forever and I could ask my son a ton of questions, but I just want you to know that these are things that I have actually taught my son about, saving and being on a budget and how important it is to be on a budget. As you heard, which I just found out today, that his car was towed 3 times in high school. See that little smirk on his face? Yeah, that's okay. This is how you find out, moms. This is how you find out about things. But see, he was not worried because he had the money saved, to pay for the tow, for the towing, which is 150. Can you imagine? 150, 3 times, people, 3 times. But anyway, that's why we save, and I just wanted to let everyone know a budget. It doesn't. It like he said. It sounds restricted, but it's not. It's just that it helps you. It tells your money where to go, right? It tells your money where to go, so that later on you can just live and you can give like nobody else. So I just encourage you, just continue to save, continue to budget, so that you can live the life that you can. Definitely, if you are in debt, you cannot spend the way, like no one who has, debt. So I would just encourage you, just continue to budget, and even wealthy people are on a budget, right?
Yeah.
Wealthy people are on a budget. So if they're on a budget, we, could be on a budget as well. And be on a budget. And as my son has this phrase, living your best life. And I truly, truly support that, living your best life. So save, budget, so you can live your best life, the life that God has created for you. All right. Well, any last words, Daniel?
Nah, I haven't got anything else to
You
say.
good? All right, great. Well, then again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us talk about budget. And like I said, my son is away in college and he's a freshman, and I'm so proud of him. And I know he will do well, right?
Yes,
All
yes, yes,
right,
of course.
go get that paper.
Yep.
By the way, they always tell me, Mom, don't say that. Don't say that. All right, guys. Well, till next time. Peace and love. Bye.